If you're like me, you started using Snapchat 5 or maybe 6 years ago. I still remember in those days, Snapchat was the sh**. Half the reason I even wanted a smartphone at that age was just to be able to send Snapchats like my friends were, because I was the only kid still texting, which was like social suicide in those days. In my school especially, if you didn't have a huge snap streak with somebody, you were a massive loser. So I would literally just send pictures to my friends of a wall or a bathroom selfie or something random on Snapchat for no other reason than to keep our streak alive. Looking back at it, it was actually pretty funny. Things continued like this for a while, and Snapchat eventually started adding things like stories, which all your friends could see, and they decided to add more things and more, but nobody really cared. It was still a fun app to use, and things pretty much went along normally. Then, a couple days ago, Snapchat released a new update.
And the world burned.
People really hated this update, and for anybody who doesn't already get it, I'll explain it briefly right now. Basically, they moved the stories, which had been to the right of the home screen, over to the left of the home screen and combined it with the regular chats, which makes it way easier for people to see all the sponsored content, or whatever they're calling ads nowadays, which means more money for them. It's pretty simple if you think about it. But Snapchat hasn't gotten all that much worse in my opinion. Things had already gotten pretty bad before this update dropped. So without further ado, here's the reality of the old Snapchat before everyone starts getting nostalgic on me about the way things used to be. In my experience, when it comes down to it, there's only really like 4 categories of stories ever posted on Snapchat. So here's how to fit in case you're wondering. Looking to make a great Snap story to impress all your friends, but just can't quite seem to think of good original ideas? Well, you're in luck. Look no further than our 4 time-proven, success-guaranteed methods, such as... Ever been at a concert, club, or large party and said to yourself, gee, I wish all my friends could watch a terrible 10-minute shaky phone video of all this commotion interspersed with my screams and cheers? Well, good news! Epilepsy-inducing chaos may be the right option for you. Don't forget to have seats far enough away that you can see literally nothing besides the flashing lights and the people in front of you's heads. For this second option, simply head to a nice location and take a picture or panorama video. Make sure you put a geotag on, just so everyone knows you're in a different place than you normally are. Now, if you're above the age of 21, make sure to include an alcoholic beverage in the story too, so people know you're drinking like a savage instead of just traveling sober like a chump. To pull off a great ST look, take a picture of one of the following things. A fancy breakfast food, preferably including fruit and some inconvenient but trendy bowl concoction. A coffee or tea at an artsy angle. A book. Still haven't found an option that feels right? Well, you've come to the right place. To perfectly execute a drunk friend snap, simply lie predatorily in wait while your friends consume an unadvisable amount of alcoholic beverages, waiting for your moment to strike. Once they start doing stupid stuff, get your phone out and film them. For best results, make sure they have no idea what's going on at the time and add a ton of cry laughing emojis to your caption for the banter. Now in the old days, if you got sick of watching the same 4 stories repeated by all your friends a bunch of times, you could swipe over to the Discover page, which is basically a bunch of content from companies and celebrities, but since nobody's really that interested in watching ads voluntarily, all the companies that were vying for space on the Discover section descended into basically like a clickbait dystopia apocalypse where each one's trying to outdo each other to make you want to watch their video first, since they know you're only going to be there for a little bit of time before you get bored. So let's check a few of these out. Now the first thing that usually comes up when you swipe over is either Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, or Emily Ratajkowski, but you know what I mean, wearing a bikini or something, and it's like, you won't believe what Kim Kardashian reveals this time, and it's like, yeah, it's probably almost a complete view of her boobs, right? Yep, that is what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. If you go even further into the Discover section, you can find some pretty interesting stuff where people are getting pretty desperate in the PR departments of some of these companies. Number 1, scientists create first human-sheep hybrid. Like, that's just 100% not gonna be true. Plus, why would people even want that in the first place? Like, that's just...
All my life, I have had but one dream that I cannot seem to accomplish. My dream to be a sheep-human hybrid. The fluffy wool of a sheep mixed with the soft smooth of the human seems so comfortable and nice to sleep in. Oh, to eat grass again while retaining my human-sized brain and opposable thumbs. One day, if science catches up to my inspirational thoughts, I may be able to achieve my dream. But for now, I must lie, waiting, counting sheep.
And the Oscar goes to...
I don't even understand. From The Economist, can America win wars anymore? I think that's obviously just designed to get people scared or something. I'm not sure, but yes, we can. We have the biggest military on the planet. 3, beware, this is gonna get icky, and it's a guy with like cheese curds in his mouth. Yeah, that looks kind of like, I guess that does look icky, to give some credit where credit's due. There's something very wrong with these butt implants. First of all, why would you ever want to look at that? And then this is like one of the most typical ones. Ariel comes out to play, and it's like a picture of her in a dress, her outfit. She's out to play. I don't know. This one's honestly pretty hilarious. Never too late to be an Olympian. Well, unless you're under the age of 3 and haven't been practicing since a couple days after you were born, it is too late to be an Olympian. Or here's an ad, twinkle twinkle little, and it's a guy with, it's just a sad looking guy, presumably because he has a little. I don't understand what that's advertising. Anyways, that's the reality of Snapchat in my opinion. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next because it's obviously gonna be pretty entertaining. See you guys next time.